Hello everyone. Today I will share with you a very familiar but never boring dish, fried noodles. With just a few simple ingredients such as carrots, onions, sausages and eggs, we will turn ordinary noodles into more attractive, delicious and nutritious ones. This dish is not only easy to make and quick, but also very suitable for busy breakfasts or days when you want to change the taste for the whole family. So now, let's start making this colorful fried noodles. After preparing all the ingredients, now we will start with the first step, blanching the noodles. I put a pot of water on the gas stove, turn on medium heat, and wait until the water starts to boil. When the water is hot, I put the noodles in the pot and cover it so that the noodles are cooked evenly. Note that you should only keep the heat at a moderate level. Let the water simmer, so the noodles will gradually soften without breaking. After a few minutes, when you see the noodles start to expand and soften, I open the lid and use chopsticks to stir gently to check the doneness. The noodles are ready when they are just cooked, still slightly chewy but not too soft. When the noodles are cooked, I use a mesh ladle or a food scoop to scoop the noodles out of the pot. Then, I immediately put the noodles in a bowl. To make the noodles more flavorful and eye-catching, I add a little chili powder to the bowl and use chopsticks to mix well. The chili powder will give the noodles a light orange color and also create a very attractive spicy taste. After mixing, I set the mixed noodles aside. Now we will move on to the step of preparing the accompanying ingredients. First is the carrots. After peeling and washing the carrots thoroughly, I let them drain and then place them on a cutting board. Use a knife to cut the carrots into thin, circular slices. Then, I put 3 to 4 slices of carrots together to save time, then cut them lengthwise into small strips. Once I have the strips, I continue to cut them horizontally to create tiny squares, which are both beautiful and help the carrots cook faster when stir-fried. After slicing, I push the carrots onto a separate plate. Next is the onions. I take half an onion, place the cut side down on the cutting board to keep it in place, then slice them thinly. Then I slice them horizontally again to make the onions smaller and more evenly distributed, helping them to have a slightly sweet taste when stir-fried and blend easily with the other ingredients. After slicing, I also put the onions on a plate. Finally, the sausages. I took a sausage, cut it in half for ease of handling, then sliced it lengthwise into thin strips, then sliced it into small, even pieces. When stir-fried together, the chopped sausage will absorb the spices and blend with the eggs, onions, and carrots, making the noodles more flavorful. Once everything was prepared, I placed the 3 ingredients, carrots, onions, and sausage, neatly on a plate. Next, we will prepare the main mixture for the stir-fried noodles. First, I take a large bowl and crack 3 eggs into it. Then, use an egg beater or chopsticks to stir well until the yolks and whites are completely mixed, creating a smooth mixture with a beautiful golden color. Once the eggs are beaten, I put all the pre-processed ingredients, including carrots, onions, and sausages, into another bowl. Next, add a little pepper to create a light aroma and a little chili sauce to make the dish more attractive and spicy. After adding the spices, I pour the beaten eggs into the ingredients. Use chopsticks or a ladle to stir well, so that the eggs, vegetables, and sausages blend together. You will see the colors of the mixture become brilliant: yellow, orange, red, mixed with eye-catching white onion fibers. Finally, I added some chopped fresh green onions to enhance the aroma and highlight the dish. When everything is mixed, we have a very attractive bowl of egg, vegetable, sausage mixture, ready to stir-fry with noodles. Now, let's move on to the most important part, making stir-fried noodles. First, I put the pan on the gas stove and turn on medium heat to heat the pan. When the pan starts to heat up, I add a little cooking oil. Stir gently to coat the pan, helping the dish not to stick and cook more evenly. Next, I pour the egg, sausage, onion, and carrot mixture into the pan. Use chopsticks or a ladle to spread the ingredients evenly across the pan, so that the eggs cook evenly and cover the vegetables inside. When the mixture starts to smell fragrant, you will see the eggs set, the sausages turn golden brown, and the onions become slightly translucent. That's when the ingredients are cooked. At this point, I add the cooked noodles to the pan. Use chopsticks to gently stir or spread the noodles evenly so that the noodles absorb the egg and spices. Next, I cover the pot, letting the heat in the pan help the ingredients blend, and the noodles become softer and chewier. After a few minutes, when you open the lid, you will see the whole mixture has blended together. Golden noodles, mixed with eggs, carrots, onions, and sausages, giving off a fragrant aroma. At this point, I turned off the stove and put the noodles on a plate. Finally, to make it easier to enjoy, I used a cutting tool to divide the noodles into small, bite-sized portions. And so, the stir-fried noodles with eggs, carrots, onions, and sausages was completed. Beautiful, delicious, and nutritious. So our stir-fried noodles with eggs, carrots, onions, and sausages are done. With just a few familiar ingredients and extremely simple steps, you have a delicious, colorful, and energetic plate of noodles. The golden, soft, and chewy noodles, combined with the light sweetness of carrots, the aroma of onions, and the rich flavor of sausages, all blend with eggs to create an attractive dish, both delicious and eye-catching. This dish is very suitable for breakfast, a light lunch, or a quick dinner for the whole family. It only takes a few minutes to prepare a nutritious and flavorful meal. If you find this little tip useful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to give me more motivation to bring more simple and delicious dishes. Thank you everyone for watching. See you in the next videos.